works and is safe. We'd love to preserve your family's collection. Don't wait. The risk is too great. Visit legacybox.com/LBOX to save 40%. That's legacybox.com/LBOX to get started and save. legacybox.com/LBOX.
Cloudy, breezy, and mild tonight with a low of 50. Tomorrow, cloudy, becoming windier and mild with a brief shower or two in the morning. Then afternoon rain, heavy at times. Watch for flooding, high 61. Cloudy skies tomorrow night. It'll be windy with evening rain, heavy at times, followed by a bit of snow, sleet, and freezing rain late. Little to no accumulation is expected. Roads and sidewalks turn icy as temperatures drop quickly, the low 25. With your AccuWeather forecast, I'm Drew Shannon.
The following program is sponsored by Preborn. Welcome to another edition of The Ride Home with John and Kathy, live from the Salem-Pittsburgh studios. And now here are your hosts, John Hall and Kathy Emmons.
Hey, good afternoon. Greetings. Thanks for coming along today. A beautiful Wednesday here in Western Pennsylvania. Kath, good to see you as well.
Thank you.
Were you riding around today in your car with your windows down?
I sure was.
Nice.
Because it's so beautiful today. And I can't believe it's going to snow tomorrow. What was that crazy thing we heard just now in the weather?
I mean, it's still February, right? So, whatever. We got but today and tomorrow a little brief respite, I believe. That's all.
I think it's just the day to celebrate Sidney Crosby. I think perhaps that's why the sun came out.
I think you're right about that.
Right as it did. Was that a terrific night last night?
500 goals for Sid. 500.
I mean, it was so exciting.
Boom.
I just loved it.
Is he not a class act? Sid? In every conceivable way.
You know what my favorite thing about? Well, there are a couple favorite things. Yeah. One was that he did it, of course. Second was that it was an assist for Malkin, who he's gotten most of his assists for Malkin in his career.
More than 100.
Right. I think it's like 115 or something like that.
A chunk.
And then the second thing I loved was everyone came out on the ice. The whole team came out on the ice. It was like a playoff game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love that.
Gigantic milestone celebration. And then they went and got the puck from the net.
Right.
And how about Sid? He's like giving out, sticks throughout the game. Touching a stick, giving it away to a kid in the stands.
Isn't that cool?
I love that generosity.
I know.
The kids are thrilled. Obviously, I'd be thrilled. But to see that. So,
of course.
Kudos to Sid. We are fortunate here in Pittsburgh to see one of the greats play in our home ice.
Oh, wait, one other thing.
That. Yeah.
I loved watching his parents cry.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
I loved watching it.
Mom and Dad.
I teared up. I don't even know him. I teared up.
Yeah.
It was really, really great.
Wait, did you guys see the Instagram post?
No.
Evgeny Malkin congratulated himself on the assist.
Fabulous. As well he should.
Yeah.
That's so
That
awesome.
is very good. As well he should. Excellent.
What a great assist I had tonight.
Hey, a great show ahead for you today. Let us go now to the state of Texas.
What?
Our state of Texas from Dallas, as a matter of fact. Our good friend Scott Wilder's with us. Hey, Scott. Sorry, we're talking about Sid, but we're happy that you're with us.
Well, it's great to be with you. Not since Lemieux have we seen this, right?
Right.
Here in
Isn't that
Pittsburgh.
correct?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, and it's kind of like going from
it's like going from Babe Ruth to
or like going from Joe Montana to Steve Young. It's like it's not supposed to happen that you have two people like that in a row.
Yeah.
Or going from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers. Like it's just unusual.
Yeah.
Yes, our cup runneth over.
Yeah, and so we feel really.
Congratulations!
Thank
what
you.
a great. I've told you before. I've never been to see them there. I've been to.
We have
other
got to
things
do
there.
that.
I know. Next time. Maybe
Oh
next
my
time.
gosh, Scott.
Have you ever been to a hockey game, a pro hockey game?
Oh, sure, yeah. I've been to the Stars. We have one that we
Dallas Stars
from Minnesota, and I've been to hockey, but not there with you guys.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Next time you come, Scott, we have to really work on that because that's a super, super fun night.
Love to do it. Love to do it. Yeah.
All right. So, Scott, you're with us here today from Preborn.
I am.
Now, our regular listeners have been hearing to tell your stories on the commercials. Welcome. And for those who do not know about Preborn, set the stage, please.
Yeah, real quick, I want to say thank you first. Well, first of all, Bruce and Freedom, one of my favorite places, just said, I'd like to save 5 babies. Fabulous. So we called the number. I'll give the number and the way to participate quickly. 833-850-2229. 833-850, then it spells baby. 833-850-2229, or go online to wordfm.com. But I also want to say thank you because of what we did last year on Valentine's month, right? There are 500 little babies running around right here. I mean, not running around because they're under the age of 1, but that would be remarkable. But they are running around because of what we did last time, because we saved babies in February of last year. There are 500 more babies right here, and it's important to remember that what we raise here stays here. So, in our time together today, what we'd like to do is save 100 babies in this hour. 100 babies, now 95 babies in this hour. And this is something that, we've done here before, and you probably already know what you think about this. I mean, we've waited a long time for the right, president at the right time with the right Congress, the right court, and the right mood to do the right thing. It's never happened. Yeah, and I come to you from the great state of Texas. We are a very restrictive state. We have... in fact, there was a New York Times piece just yesterday, talking about, is it really a heartbeat? Is it really a heartbeat?
I saw that.
Heartbeat bill. And so, we have a very restrictive law. However, if a girl in Dallas wants to get an abortion, she just has to get on I-35 and go north to Oklahoma, 2 hours, or go 2.5 hours east to Louisiana. She can still get an abortion. But if a girl is introduced to her baby for the first time by the ultrasound that you're going to provide today, it doesn't matter what state she's in. She could be in California. She could be in Vermont, where they have just started the move to have a right to abortion constitutional amendment in the state of Vermont. It is the most radical stuff going on. But I would say, don't be distracted by that stuff. That is not the answer. You can't ban your way into righteousness on this issue. This is all about the heart. And don't look for government or something on high, not the on high, of course, but the government on high to hand down something that will, quote, fix the problem. We've waited a long time. We've done that. And meanwhile, babies have died. And enough is enough. You have it within you today to stop this from happening simply by giving a girl the truth at the most important time that she needs it. So you know what it is. We talked about it before. So I would love it if we could just have a contagion of compassion and every now and then just remind you of the phone number and the way to participate, and all we spend the afternoon doing is thanking you and saying, hey, we heard from Bruce. We heard from so-and-so. We heard from Elvin called earlier from West Newton, said, I want to save too. In fact, let me just say real quick, it is saving babies, but it's also saving moms from perhaps a lifetime of regret. Let me read something we got not so long ago. I don't think I've ever shared it here, but there was a woman not so long ago who gave $56, and she wrote this in the comments section. I am a senior citizen that had 2 abortions in my younger days out of fear and have regretted it ever since. Listen to the next sentence. I think of those children often and think of them every birthday they have missed. I hope my contribution in their memory and honor will save another young girl from this pain and sorrow. So think about that for a second. She starts out by saying, I'm a senior citizen. And then she says, every single time of year when it rolled around, that was on her mind. Perhaps for over a half century. Every year she has thought of this. And so it's instructive to remember there are girls and women right now, right here, who are finding out right now or just found out that they are pregnant and they have no idea what they're going to do. Whatever decision they make, that will be their memory of Valentine's Day month for the rest of their lives. Maybe like this senior citizen, maybe for 50 years. When flowers come and chocolates come and gifts come and jewelry comes, but there's a little pall that is over that time of year, perhaps. So we know it's not the unpardonable sin. There is now, right now, therefore, no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. So we know it's forgivable, but there are all consequences that come from the decisions that we make. So we just want to let you know that we are saving babies. We're pro-life. We're pro-mom. We're pro-gospel. What we raise here stays here. Preborn. Been doing this for 15 years. Kenny had a great idea earlier. He said, somebody ought to give $87 for the sweater number, and somebody ought to give $500 to celebrate last night. Isn't it 87? That's his number, right? Yeah. So 87. So kind of a weird number.
71 if you want to honor the assist.
Every $28 saves one baby. So how many will you save? We are looking for 100 this hour, and here's the number one more time: 833-850-2229. 833-850-2229, or online at wordfm.com. And we have some testimonies to play and different audio to play for you. But thank you, Maureen. Look at that, Maureen. Thank you. She's a first responder.
Hey, Mo.
God bless you, Maureen. And would you pray now, Maureen and Bruce, would you pray for the next couple of people that'll call? And even in the break, we want to come back, and all we want to do is just thank people who want to be a part of it today. Call right now, 833-850-2229, 833-850-2229, or online at wordfm.com.
Very nice. Scott Wilder joins us for the entirety of today's show. He joins us from Preborn. It's a ministry that offers free ultrasounds to pregnant women who are considering having abortions. Once you see the baby in the ultrasound, it changes a lot of hearts and minds, obviously. So our hope is to allow 500 babies live and flourish on this beautiful world. Join us right now, 833-850-BABY. Of course, always and so simple online right now at wordfm.com. Preborn, saying babies' lives.
101.5 WORD.
Coming up on Love Worth Finding.
Marriage should not be a duel. It should be a duet.
Why did God make us so different? That He might make us one. Not just to sing in unity, but to sing in harmony. That's the music of marriage. God made them in the beginning, male and female.
Hear Adrian Rogers' series, The Music of Marriage, this month on Love Worth Finding.
Tonight at 11 on 101.5 WORD.
What if I told you you could save a baby's life for just $28? Well, it's true. Preborn is a ministry doing just that with the help of people just like you by offering free ultrasound sessions to pregnant women and girls who might otherwise choose to end their pregnancy. We know that pregnant girls and women who can see their babies on ultrasound are far more likely to choose life. Your gift today can save babies' lives. Just $28 can give a mother who is abortion-minded the chance to see the truth of the baby that is growing inside her. $140 can do this for 5 girls and women. And a $15,000 gift will provide an ultrasound machine that will save lives for years to come. Whether you want to save one baby or 5 or hundreds, that opportunity is just a phone call or click away. Call 833-850-BABY. That's 833-850-2229. Or give online, preborn.org/radio.
Do you remember what was kept in a spring house? If you're an old timer, you know that a spring house was used for storing fresh, cold milk. In 84, Pennsylvania, we have another kind of spring house. Our spring house is an old-fashioned country store filled with all kinds of old-time gifts, great country foods, and you guessed it, fresh, cold milk. You see, the spring house in 84 is also a dairy farm where we milk our own cows, pasteurize and homogenize the milk, and sell it all through the store. We've had people tell us it has to be some special kind of gourmet milk. We don't add anything to the cow's diet or to the milk. It's just nature's purest, most perfect food, and we love the way our customers love it. We also make a chocolate milk you would think is a chocolate shake, an old-fashioned buttermilk that people drive miles to get, and a 40% heavy cream that's wonderful for luscious desserts. Our 2% and our skim are the greatest sellers. Come and try some Springhouse milk at the Springhouse in 84.
Explore Banana Republic Factory with 50% off everything. Shop versatile tops, adventure-ready pants, and more from $24.99. Find your nearest store or shop online. Only at Banana Republic Factory.
101.5 WORD-FM Pittsburgh. On your smart speaker by saying, play the word Pittsburgh. And on your phone via the Word FM mobile app, iHeart, TuneIn, and Odyssey.
People talk about 6 degrees of separation, you know, how tightly we are connected here on this earth. Well, I'm sure, my guess is, in your own life, it's one degree of separation that you know someone who's had an abortion or been a partner to an abortion, a husband, a wife. It's just the world that we live in, unfortunately. That's just how it is. And so today we're always excited when Scott Wilder joins us from Preborn, because it's proven, you can see, Scott, you can speak about this as well, when you see the baby in the womb through an ultrasound, when you hear the baby, when you look at the baby, more often than not, women and their partners, their husbands, their boyfriends come along and go, hold on, let me think about this.
Yeah. It's a baby. I mean, the heartbeat is so powerful because it's the truth. And the truth is so powerful because the lie has been so pervasive that it's not a baby. It's just a, unviable tissue mass, a blob of cells. It's a lunchtime procedure. It's not that big a deal. Michael in Washington, PA, said, hey, you know what? I want to save 5 babies. Thanks, Mike. Actually, it was Grace and Mike. So thank you to Grace and Mike. The number is 833-850-2229. We want a contagion of compassion this afternoon. I mentioned earlier we waited a long time for somebody else to sort of fix this, but really it's a work of the heart, and only God changes the heart. We say many times that if you'll provide the ultrasound, God will do the heavy lifting. God will do that change making that it takes. I want to let you hear a real life person who said, you know what, I'm not going to have this baby, but then she saw her baby on the ultrasound and everything changed.
Hi, my name is Jules, and I'm going to share my story with you. Just a quick background. I'm 26. My husband Kyle is 32. We have a 4-year-old little boy named Aiden. He's wonderful, adventurous, and very strong-willed. And after we had Aiden, we decided that it was one and done. We're going to be a family of 3, and that was going to be enough for us. So I got pregnant. And we were financially struggling. We were paycheck to paycheck. Kyle's job was just taking off. I was finishing school. Everything pointed to not having a baby. And I ultimately decided that I wanted an abortion. It sounds weird when you say it out loud. That's when I found Life Care. I remember showing up, and it was just so warm and inviting, and everyone was so nice. And I kept thinking, how can everyone be this nice? They asked if I wanted an ultrasound so that they could show me and possibly guess how far along that we were. And when she put the gel on me, and then she put the little stick thing on my tummy, and I saw her. This little alien thing, this little thing my husband and I made out of pure, intense love. That was the moment that I knew that I loved someone so much that I had never even met. That was the moment that my choice was made for me. I think my husband knew by the look on my face after I saw her on the monitor that we were going to be a parent of 2 children. How that all worked and changed my life. I've never been so happy. We're a family of 4, and I just wanted to say thank you. Hello, beautiful. Hello, beautiful. Oh, goodness. One of the best things that have ever happened to me are right here in my arms. Thanks again for listening to us.
833-850-2229 is the number. Thank you, Rob. Rob said, I'll do that $500 in celebration of last night's wonderful time on the ice. Also, Jody in Butler, PA, said, I want to save 5 babies. 833-850-2229. Only 62 babies left to save this hour. Going to save 100. We don't want you to miss the blessing. So many times I've said, I know God can do this without me, but I don't want him to. I don't want to miss the blessing. I want to be a part of it. Let me tell you something else I think is really pretty fun. I know this to be true, not because I know it happens for other people, but we give too. We provide ultrasounds. I mean, Lauren and I, when we give, we get in the mail a little tiny 3x3 ultrasound picture of a baby whose life was saved, like the ones that we saved. That mother has, Lord willing, has chosen life. Cheryl in Pittsburgh, thank you. 5 more. We're down to 57. Only 57 babies left to save this hour, providing ultrasounds. So Cheryl and Rob and Jody and Michael join us in praying for the next 4 people that are going to call, because I want a rapid fire that you already know what you think about it. I've told this story before. I'm the fishing uncle, which means when we go to the lake, the whole family, they send all the kids down with Uncle Scott. I'll go with Uncle Scott. In fact, my brother has a grandson now that came as part of his daughter getting married, a little 5-year-old boy, and he caught his first fish with Uncle Scott. And the joke in our family is, it's amazing how many kids catch their first fish with Uncle Scott. And of course, what happens is Uncle Scott, gets it on the line and says, "Hey, Junior, hold this." And so that's me. But one of the times years ago, it was me and 8 kids, 10 and under. And this little boy's mom now, Julia, just slipped off the dock, went right in the water, had a big puffy coat on, and a little puffy coat with the fur thing on the hoodie. And man, she dropped like a stone. I mean, she went straight down. And I didn't pray about it. I didn't think about it. I didn't, say, if I have enough energy at the end of the day, if I have some leftover energy, maybe I'll come back and help her. She was in trouble right then. And I had it in me to do something, and I did it. And I'm not talking about what I did. That's what we're doing today. There are girls and women that are desperate today for the truth, and you are in a position to help them stand for life with no judgment. There is absolutely no judgment when it comes to preborn. It is all about giving the truth at the most critical time in a young girl or a woman's life, as you heard from Jules. She had already had a baby, and they said, we're one and done. But when she saw that baby, I mean, everything changed when she heard the heartbeat. And today you can be a part of that. It's a great ministry. We'll give you stats throughout the afternoon about it's not just saving babies, it's also saving souls. The Bible study curriculum that is used at all preborn centers and preborn affiliated centers is written by Dan Steiner, the president of Preborn, and a good friend of his, June Hunt. They co-wrote the curriculum that is used there. And so it is saving babies. It is also saving souls. It is the beginning of a long mentorship. We don't just abandon young women when they've made that decision. It's not about, checking off how many babies have been saved, though that's significant. It is so much more than that. It's a relationship. And just want to remind you that something no other ministry can say, and I've been a part of several ministries over the years, and not a single one can say, or have you heard on this radio station ever this said, except said by me, about preborn. 100% of what you give today goes directly to providing ultrasounds. 100%. Now, somebody's going, that can't be true. I got an administrative cost. No. We separately fundraise for administrative costs so that for the radio, when we go on the radio, every single penny goes directly to providing ultrasounds, and what we raise here stays here. So we invite you to join us now by calling 833-850-2229 or click on the preborn banner at wordfm.com.
Happy to be joined by Scott Wilder. The voice you hear is being transported via Zoom from Dallas, Texas. But we're united, the three of us together, because this is something that we believe in. It's an organization that we love. Scott, we were listening to the last video clip. I said, it just made me smile when I heard the woman say once she saw the ultrasound picture, she said, that was the moment my decision was made for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I love that. How many of our decisions in life actually do end up being like that, where you get to the point where you might overthink and overthink, but then when you get to the moment, it's like, it's...
Right.
No brainer. I mean, it becomes. I've probably said this from the year before. My favorite high school teacher was my math teacher. It was Ms. Chancellor, and she used a phrase immediately obvious to the most casual observer. It was never used complimentarily with me. It was Mr. Wilder. That is immediately obvious to the most casual observer. But let me say this: when you hear the heartbeat, when you see that baby on the screen, when you introduce her to her baby for the first time, it is, altogether class, immediately obvious
to the most casual
observer that is a baby. Who would have thought that one bit of ridicule I suffered all those months in high school could stay with me to today and be used for such a cause as this? But it is immediately obvious to the most casual observer. That's why it's so important. And the world's not going to join us on this. This is ours to do. If the people of God don't stand up in the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, the great state of Texas, and don't stand up for life, it's not going to be done. It won't be done by others. This has to be done by us. We're not going to be joined with some big telethon by the stars and the influencers and all the people. They're, in fact, many times on the other side. And there's great headwind that these girls are facing when they find out of the blue that they are pregnant. And everything around them tells them, don't worry, it's not a big deal. But you heard the testimony or the note, the comments from that woman, senior citizen, who said, I think about it every single year when that time rolls around. Yeah. Now, when she had that done, somebody had told her, not a big deal, it's okay, not a big deal. But, in fact, she found that it was, so much so that she wants not only to give and provide the ultrasounds to save babies, but she knows it also saves a young girl and a woman from a lifetime of pain and regret. So that's what you're doing today. It's simply the most effective thing we can do for life, and we invite you to do it. 833-850-2229.
Fabulous. 833-850-BABY. 850-2229. Of course, online, so easy at wordfm.com. You'll see the preborn banner at the very top of the page. What we're doing today is we're thinking about young women in distress, women who are thinking, I'm pregnant now, and I'm going to abort this baby because I just can't do it for any number of myriad reasons. Preborn is there showing an ultrasound. The young woman comes in, all of a sudden there's a baby. And, a little earlier you saw, you heard the clip. It looked like a little alien to me, right? Any guy who looks at an ultrasound, you're thinking, I'm going to see like the Gerber baby. It's not the Gerber baby. I mean, it's like this grainy, it's an ultrasound, it's not like, like on your iPhone. It's a little piece of science there that's showing inside a woman's belly. And all of a sudden, guys, there's your baby. That's me. That's a part of me. That's my life. Preborn does this. It saves babies' lives. So if you've been that guy, you've been that young woman in that ultrasound room, you know what that feeling is. You know what that image is. 833-850-BABY. $28 provides a free ultrasound for one young woman. Maybe you could do 2 or 5 or 10. Do something now at 833-850-BABY or online at Word FM. Being pro-life all the way through life.
When it's time to replace your roof, siding, gutters, and downspouts, entry doors, and, of course, windows, you can count on Windows R Us, the area's premier exterior replacement company. This is John Steigerwald. With over 50 years' experience in the home remodeling industry, Windows R Us offers repair and replacement for all your exterior home projects. Why pay double with some other companies? Windows R Us will always give you the best price on the best in-class products, backed by the best warranties in the industry, all with zero sales pressure. And speaking of zero Zero? Right now, get zero interest financing for 12 months and no processing fee with prices set to increase on all exterior products. Lock in your quote today. Schedule a free estimate and inspection today at windowsrustpittsburgh.com. You've tried the rest, now try the best. windowsrustpittsburgh.com.
Windows are us. You've tried the rest, now try the best.
That dinner was delicious. What's next?
I'm thinking just the check.
Do you frequently have gas, bloating, diarrhea, stomach pain, or loose oily stools after eating? One or more of these symptoms could be a sign of exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, and it may be time to talk to your doctor.
If you have EPI, Creon may be right for you. Creon, pancrelipase, is an oral prescription medication that treats EPI. Creon replaces enzymes you may be missing to help you break down food properly.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosis colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Do not chew capsules or contents as this may cause mouth irritation. Tell your doctor if you have unusual or severe stomach pain, bloat.
Afternoon rain, heavy at times. Watch for flooding, high 61. Cloudy skies tomorrow night. It'll be windy with evening rain, heavy at times, followed by a bit of snow, sleet, and freezing rain late. Little to no accumulation is expected. Roads and sidewalks turn icy as temperatures drop quickly, the low 25. With your AccuWeather forecast, I'm Drew Shannon.
Hey, thanks for coming along. A beautiful day here in Western Pennsylvania. We're super excited. Preborn, Scott Wilder is with us. We are literally saving babies' lives today through an ultrasound, a free ultrasound that is given to a young woman who thinks that she may be pregnant. Then all of a sudden the decision's there. Look, I mean, what's on the other side? The gigantic machinery of, I mean, it's just horrible, right? The gigantic machinery.
What's on the other side to me, even more than that, is just regret. Mm-hmm. And regret
years down the road
is a terrible word.
Every day.
I mean, we all have regret about
I've had a few.
Tons of things. Tons and tons and tons of things. But isn't it a hard thing to deal with? When you have it, the reason that you have it is because you can't go back.
I can't control it anymore. It's out of my hands.
You can't go back. And when that has to do with the baby, it's so deeply felt. For anyone listening to the program who has regret about babies or children or what's, you just have to know that I get where you're coming from, because that's just a very, very hard thing to live with.
833-850-BABY. 833-850-BABY. Of course, online, Preborn at the very top of the page, wordfm.com. Scott Wilder's with us. Scott?
Yeah. And I just want, John, you to know, I saw what you did there. Antonetta in Mars, thank you. 5 babies saved. We're down to 52 babies left in this hour. To be able to save 100 in this hour. And every time I mention this, I kind of roll my eyes in my head like nobody's ever going to do this. But in fact, last year we placed 54 full new ultrasound machines that were donated as we have the opportunity 54. Wherever we are. 54.
How about that?
Think about that for a second. Every one of those 54 will be around for about 10 years.
How much for a machine?
$15,000. And somebody might want to do that right now. I mean, you might want to do it right now. It's the same phone number, $15,000. And they'll perform about 250 ultrasounds a year for the next 10 years. That's 2,500 babies.
Wow.
And it also is true, what we raise here stays here. That machine will stay right here. So the phone number to call is the same. It's 833-850-2229. If you want to save a baby a month for less than $1 a day, you can do that at $28 a month for the next 12 months, or just a one-time gift right now. So saving 1 or 10 or thousands, the same number applies. It's 833-850-BABY, 833-850-2229.
When we come back, more from Scott Wilder from Dallas, Texas, and more from you and more from all of us as we come together and realize this is a team effort, right? Saving kids, making families whole, caring for women. It's about all of us.
All those babies. And what Scott's saying, what we raise here stays here. That's us. Butler, Zelian-Opal, Crafton, Pittsburgh. It stays here, saving babies.
101.5 WORD.
Hey, I'm Keith Stevens. Join Donna Cruz and me this weekend for Keep the Faith.
Mark Hall from Casting Crowns opens up about tackling fear in his life.
I sing in front of crowds all the time. All I'm doing is singing Voice of Truth. I mean, good grief, how old is that song, right? And I'm off the side of the stage going, oh. It's our weaknesses that remind us that his strength is perfect.
I hope you can join us for Keep the Faith, Saturday night at 10 on 101.5 Word FM.
WORD.
The following is not an actor, but a real-life story from Trinity Debt Management.
The credit card debt happened when my daughter was born. I was using one credit card account to roll over into another credit card account, and it was snowballing.
If you're in debt and you need help, call Trinity at 1-800-936-5496.
When I first called Trinity, the representative understood the need based on the situation. They were great people to work with. From the first phone call that I made, they had me on a track to mitigate the credit card debt.
Trinity will consolidate your accounts into one easy-to-manage monthly payment, reduce your interest, and possibly improve your credit score. You'll save thousands.
Working with Trinity gave me the ability to save thousands of dollars. My name's Doug, and thanks to Trinity, I'm debt-free for keeps.
Call Trinity at 1-800-936-5496. That's 1-800-936-5496.
Exergen would like you to know about an important new study by the FDA. It confirms what the medical community has always known. Non-contact thermometers are not accurate, and they fail to meet FDA requirements for accuracy in labeling. With new strains of COVID on the rise, we can't afford to tolerate rampant false temperature readings from non-contact thermometers. Accurate temperature measurements are essential. You need Exergen thermometers because they are accurate and backed by over 100 clinical studies. Be sure, be accurate with Exergen. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Hi, this is Joe Belanti with J&D Waterproofing at 1-800-VERY-DRY. In honor of our 81 years serving the tri-state area, we are offering great savings for all our new and past customers. Call 1-800-VERY-DRY. That's 1-800-VERY-DRY to get your savings on basement waterproofing, bowing or cracking walls, and or footer stabilization projects. Or visit us at jdwaterproofing.com. J&D Waterproofing, family owned and operated since 1939.
For over 40 years, First Baptist Christian School of Butler has quietly offered parents one of the most affordable, high-quality Christian educations around. A complete education from pre-K through 12th grade with free busing, smaller classes, an extremely high teacher-student ratio, competitive athletics, and SAT scores well above the national average. Think an affordable Christian education is beyond your reach? Think again. First Baptist Christian School of Butler at butlerfbcs.com.
Hey, thanks for being with us. Fabulous day here in Western Pennsylvania. Scott Wilder's with us from Preborn. Truly, I mean, as the breath leaves our lungs, we are trying to save babies' lives, and that's what Preborn does so well. I mean, the cool thing is, what Scott's saying is, what we raise here stays here. 100% goes directly for the ultrasounds. Administrative costs are elsewhere within the realm of what the Preborn work does. So save a baby's life. $28 is one ultrasound, one free ultrasound. People have joined us at 1, 5, 10, or more. So whatever it is you can do, save a baby's life today at 833-850-BABY. That's 833-850-2229 or wordfm.com. Scott?
And listen, we still have 52 more to save, and then I haven't heard from anybody in 10 minutes. So Antoinetta was the last one in Mars, PA, and so waiting on your phone call now. Hopefully you're on the line or you're getting online to join us in this hour. Don't even put it off another hour. You know exactly what you think about this. 833-850-2229. $140 saves 5 babies. $280 saves 10. Let's save 10 babies in the next 10 minutes. That's doable, right? $280 total in the next 10 minutes, though we still have 52 to save before in the next 17 minutes to get to 100 this hour. I mentioned earlier, Preborn is so much more than just that one moment choosing life. I mean, it is a 2-year-long mentoring process if the young lady decides that's what she wants. It includes providing maternity clothes for free, baby clothes, strollers, diapers, cribs, formula, on and on the work goes. And I mentioned earlier that it's no judgment. Listen to Heidi. She is a center director, and it's no judgment, not wagging a finger in the face, but putting an arm around the shoulder.
Just like the woman at the well, Jesus pursued that woman and showed grace and compassion to her in the midst of her sin. And that's what pregnancy centers are about. We're not about shaming them in the midst of the place that we are. We are about coming around them to offering a listening ear, to offer encouragement, and to offer support. And we prove that by, if a woman looks at us and says, you know what, I'm going to move forward with this abortion choice, we say, you know what, here's some information. If you down the road after you've had your abortion, if you are in need of care or a listening ear, or you need to go through post-abortive care counseling, we are here for you. We want you to know that we will still support you even after you've made that decision, and we want to love you through that. So, it is not about shaking a finger at a woman. It is not about shaming her. It is about being the voice of truth and love and grace in the midst of that situation. And that's what we're about.
That's what we're about, too. 833-850-2229. Think about that for a second. Even if the decision is made differently, you say, hey, we're here for you. We're praying for you. If you change your mind and come back, you're here. If you decide to go through with it, you're still here. We're here for you to love you and help you any way we can. And what we found is overwhelmingly girls and women, when they have a chance to be introduced to their baby for the first time, they will choose life. More than 83% of the time. That's the truth. And so today you can provide 5 ultrasounds for $140 or 10 ultrasounds for $280. If we're going to save 10 babies in the next now 8 minutes, it's somebody could step up and say, I'll do 140. Somebody else might say, I'll do 140. Maybe somebody says, I'll do all 280. Or maybe you want to, celebrate our 15 years of doing this at Preborn. Just celebrated our 15th anniversary. Maybe you would say, I want to $420. I'll save 15 babies. So we're standing by for you right now. Our goal this hour is to save 100 babies in 60 minutes. I know, it's crazy. We only have 52 left, but when I always say about things like this, I can't, but he can. So it doesn't make sense to me, but somehow God is going to touch the hearts of people that are listening right now to know that if we don't stand up, who's going to stand up? That not taking a side actually is taking a side, because darkness has no power over light. It is light that dispels darkness. If we do nothing, if we just curse the darkness, but we don't light the light, we don't light a candle, then darkness prevails. I mean, that's the whole Edmund Burke quote. Edmund Burke's famous quote is, the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil
is for good men to do nothing.
For good people to do nothing. When we do nothing, evil triumphs. And so today is not about doing nothing. Today is about doing something. If they're going to know we're Christians by our love, it has to be something on the outside, what they see that we do. And they give glory to our Father who is in heaven. Maybe you've read that somewhere. Somebody said that once. 833-850-2229 or online at wordfm.com. Our goal this hour, saving 100 babies. And what I love about this is when you're talking to an audience of faith, a Christian audience, you already know what you think of this. I mean, it was one baby in the womb that jumped for joy about another baby in the womb. Think about that for a second. When the baby in Elizabeth's womb jumped for joy at the coming birth of Christ, is that a baby? Of course it's a baby. And so today we're standing for life. I'm excited about the March for Life. I mean, that's cool, and I like to see a whole bunch of people letting the world know it's not just 4 or 5 people that want to stand for life. It's a big group. Maybe it's a majority of the country. I don't know what the number is. But at the end of that day, if we haven't done something else, sometimes it feels like we're just making noise. We're not making a difference. And what we know is this is the single most effective way to stand for life, because this is a matter of the heart. And only God can change a heart. And one of the things I love is what you just heard Heidi say is the non-judgmental attitude. Planned Parenthood is working very hard every day, and they're not working to save babies. The number one competitor for Planned Parenthood is Preborn. Planned Parenthood is the number one abortion provider in this country, and Preborn is their number one competitor. They hate us. They hate what we do. They hate that we give away free ultrasounds because it's the truth, and that harms their business. So today, would you stand for life in this really significant way? Don't delay. It's been, 20 minutes since we've heard from anybody. 833-850-2229. Still have 52 babies to save this hour, 52 babies. Somebody might want to come in and say, I'll take 50 of those. That'd be a $1,400 one-time gift. So call 833-850-2229. $28 a month for 12 months. Saves a baby a month for less than $1 a day. But you pick your number and then call this number, 833-850-2229, or online at wordfm.com.
There's a narrative in today's culture that we're all familiar with. In fact, we're so familiar with it we don't even notice anymore that if you really care about women, you're going to support abortion rates. Right. And the abortion industry has been very successful in linking those two, that if you care, women's health, right, has become synonymous with abortion.
Exactly. They're one and the same.
And it's crazy how it's happened, but it should be a lesson to us that things can become linked very quickly that don't really have anything to do with one another. And yet,
it's the age we live in.
And yet, in our minds, right, they're one and the same. If you take a moment and you think, okay, so taking a baby that is or a fetus, if you want to call it a fetus, that is living inside a woman, breaking that cycle of life and removing the baby. How could that be healthy? If you think about it, it's
against nature.
Right.
I mean, I would also say this. You can't be pro-woman and be against women having the truth as they make this decision. I mean, it is still a right to abort your baby. Okay, let's just say that is the law of the land. But is it an informed choice? You know, they want us to follow the science about climate change. They want us to follow the science about the vaccine, follow the science about the booster shots, follow the science about COVID. Can we follow the science about life? How can they declare they are pro-woman, but they don't believe that those women deserve the truth as they are making that decision? We believe women should have the truth, and that's what we're providing today, along with Christian love. 833-850-2229. $140 saves $5. Call right now.
Very nice. Preborn. Scott Wilder joins us today. Preborn is a balm for a broken heart as a woman carries the shame, the fear, all that year after year of saying, I aborted a baby. And Preborn shows a fetus in the womb, the living baby in the young mother's body. And by that image, it has allowed so many babies to live to see another day, to flourish, to be born, to enjoy the life that you...
Still handling everything via paper, and we literally had paper stacked. It was all in spreadsheets and like folders. From the moment I started using it, I felt calmer.
As soon as we started using the Bamboo onboarding checklist, I mean, it was extremely easy.
Head count, turnover, years of service. There's just so many different reports that I use at different points in time.
I'm totally set free to focus on the people, to focus on development, to focus on team dynamics.
It's freeing me up to do more of the stuff that actually matters in HR, which is interacting with people, learning from them, and then building stuff for them.
Everything is in this one place. I can't even imagine what it would be like without Bamboo HR.
We're Bamboo HR, and we'd love to set you free to do great work. Come try our award-winning all-in-one HR software for free with no strings attached. Visit bamboohr.com/HR for this free trial offer. That's bamboohr.com/HR.
My heart was racing just making spaghetti. I could have waited to tell my doctor, but I didn't wait.
I was short of breath just reading a book. I could have delayed telling my doctor, but I didn't wait.
They told their doctors and found out they have atrial fibrillation, a condition which makes it about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. If you have one or more of these symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness, this is no time to wait. Contact your doctor.
Brought to you by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Got a party of 10 coming in, and we need to flip those 2 tables.
Leah's restaurant is fully booked night after night.
Section 3 is still behind.
She no longer has reservations about finally finding a hostess.
Why doesn't 23 have menus? Oh, because they're in my hand.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
I was talking to Kath a little earlier today. She went out to dinner last night. A burger and a salad at a nice little place here in town, like sort of a nice burger place. Cost you $44.
$44.
Mm.
Yep.
Okay, so a dinner is an ultrasound and a half. I mean, seriously.
Yep.
Right? Look at where we are today. Look, the truth is, people who are pro-life are more excited than ever because you think, hey, this may be a cataclysmic change about to come our way. Now, Scott was talking a little earlier, Scott, right? So this will be thrown back to us, a matter of life in the states. The states will decide. Some states you talked about, we're going to change the state constitution, right? We're going to bake in abortion into the state constitution. Is that crazy or what?
No, look, here's the thing. Enough already looking for some nanny figure or great pawpaw in the government sky to fix this. I mean, this is not that is not the way it's going to get fixed. Right. You know, what we know is a woman's heart. When a woman's heart, she still has a right to have an abortion. And like I said, even in the great state of Texas, we have very restrictive laws. I mean, the heartbeat bill here, everybody hates us. We're being sued by Washington State for crying out loud, because we have this that reflects our values here. But the real thing is you can't ban your way to righteousness on this. It's not the answer is not found in the law. It's found in the hearts of the people that will be making the decision. David in Valencia said, I want to save 10 babies.
Thank you.
We're down to 42 babies left in the next couple of minutes. Still time before the top of the hour. So Patricia in Wexford said, let me save 10.
Oh, fabulous.
And so here we go. We're down to 32, only 32 babies left in this hour to be able to save 100 in the hour. That's $896. Let's round it up to $900, and we will have saved 100 babies in this hour. We're waiting for your phone call now. We're excited about the opportunity. And I would just say, when I was on that side of the microphone, we had the opportunity to do something like this. I'd say, look, we're doing this without apology. I mean, we're not 100%. Apologizing for doing this. I mean, this is exactly what we should be doing. Yeah. What kind of friend would I be if I didn't give you the opportunity to do this wonderful thing with this wonderful organization? So, look, we're going to get in, we're going to get out. We're going to save, over the course of today and tomorrow, we're going to save 500 babies, or we're not. But it really depends on you. And the phone number, again, is 833-850-2229. Good news is we don't take $1 out of your area and take it to any other area. The other news is we don't bring $1 in. So we're not, if we had a tremendously effective time in Chicago, that money stays in Chicago. What we raise here stays here. And what we raise there stays there. So these are your kids, your little future Yinzers. So did I say that right?
Yes, you did, sir.
Okay.
Proudly.
833-850-2229, 833-850-2229, online at wordfm.com. Listen, there are babies alive today because of what we did a year ago. This is Valentine's month. There's a girl just finding out that she's pregnant. She's going to make a decision. The question is, will she have the truth as she makes that decision? Love someone you've never met enough to give her the truth. 833-850-2229.
Very nice. Scott Wilder, never in the history of the time here at Word FM, has the phrase, your little future Yinzers, been uttered.
But the day after Sid's 500th goal, I think it is the perfect time.
It is. Your little future Yinzers, right here with preborn. Let those babies be seen. Show that ultrasound.
Let those hockey players come to us, please. We
Change
beg
the
you.
hearts and minds. WordFM.com for ultrasound or 833-850-BABY. Our future Yinzers, we need this. Stay here, flourish here with preborn.
Ask Alexa to play the word Pittsburgh to hear us there. We're on your Google speaker too, plus iHeart, TuneIn, and on Odyssey. 101.5 WORD-FM Pittsburgh.
With SRN News, I'm Jason Walker. No sign of a Russian pullback as yet from Ukraine. Greg Clugston has more.
The United States and its allies say the threat of a Russian invasion remains strong. Secretary of State Blinken told ABC News, "We haven't seen a pullback." That was echoed by NATO's Secretary General, who said the alliance also had not seen any withdrawal of Russian forces. President Biden, who continues to consult with allies, has said the U.S. will give diplomacy every chance. Greg Clugston, Washington.
In Dallas today, an FBI agent says the man who took hostages at a Texas synagogue last month sought to buy drugs and, quote, a machine gun before the standoff last month that ended with the hostages being able to successfully escape and the gunman's death. This is SRN News.
There are some decisions in life that just flat out determine whether the day will be good or bad. And one of those Mount Everest decisions for me is which ice cream to choose. How is a mere human able to walk into a tasty ice cream shop and choose from 7 perfect options? It's Ryan. And the reality is, deciding how to manage your mortgage is kind of similar. I had 2 radio listeners last month say, I've been wanting to know all the details of what a refinance or cash out refinance would look like for me, but I was embarrassed to ask and didn't want to feel pressured if I did. To which I say, we are a place that happily lets you taste test all the flavors. Guilt-free, no pressure, no judgment, and no follow-up unless you ask. It's very normal for us to provide what multiple refinance or cash out options would exactly look like and then let you decide, or even just walk out completely after the taste test. We are United Faith Mortgage.
United Mortgage Corp, Melville, New York. MLS number 1330. Department of Banking. Mortgage Lender License number 22672.
You're not who you were 25 years ago. Your life's more complex. People change, families change, and the law changes. This is Jay Hagerman of Abernathy & Hagerman. And a proper estate plan should keep up with those changes. That's why Abernathy & Hagerman presents free ongoing estate planning workshops with attorney Dan Reimer, someone who's really good at making complex concepts sound so simple, so you can protect what's yours and to ensure that your will is done. The next one's happening soon. For details and to attend, visit a-h.law.
What if I told you you could save a baby's life for just $28? Well, it's true. Preborn is a ministry doing just that with the help of people just like you by offering free ultrasound sessions to pregnant women and girls who might otherwise choose to end their pregnancy. We know that pregnant girls and women who can see their babies on ultrasound are far more likely to choose life. Your gift today can save babies' lives. Just $28 can give a mother who is abortion-minded the chance to see the truth of the baby that is growing inside her. $140 can do this for 5 girls and women. And a $15,000 gift will provide an ultrasound machine that will save lives for years to come. Whether you want to save one baby or 5 or hundreds, that opportunity is just a phone call or click away. Call 833-850-BABY. That's 833-850-2229. Or give online, preborn.org/radio.
McQueen Building Company. It's about our people, but it's what others say about us that we really want you to hear.
It was a pleasure working with McQueen. Everything we agreed on in the contract was done and done to my satisfaction. I'll certainly have them for any future projects and have recommended them to friends.
Jeff works hard, is committed to success, and willing to go above and beyond in his zeal for the best outcome. I highly recommend Jeff, his work ethic, and his commitment to excellence.
McQueen Building Company. See our work for yourself at McQueenBuildingCompany.com.
Cloudy, breezy, and mild tonight with a low of 50. Tomorrow, cloudy, becoming windier and mild with a brief shower or 2 in the morning. Then afternoon rain, heavy at times. Watch for flooding, high 61. Cloudy skies tomorrow night. It'll be windy with evening rain, heavy at times, followed by a bit of snow, sleet, and freezing rain late. Little to no accumulation is expected. Roads and sidewalks turn icy as temperatures drop quickly, the low 25. With your AccuWeather forecast, I'm Drew Shannon.
The following program is sponsored by Preborn. Welcome to another edition of The Ride Home with John and Kathy, live from the Salem Pittsburgh studios. And now here are your hosts, John Hall and Kathy Emmons.
Welcome in. It's the day after 500.
500.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the day. Is the day after Christmas Boxing Day, or
Yes,
is that
it
like
is.
a week?
It's
Is it
Boxing
day
Day.
after?
It is, yeah,
okay.
Boxing, yeah.
So I would say this is like Boxing Day.
Yeah, or
So
some reasonable
It's like the
facsimile
day
thereof.
after
Yeah.
day after the big celebration.
I think this is true, Kath, that a lot of people who did not care a whit about hockey, over time, whenever they hear about such excellence that is here locally, they respond. Don't you think?
Yeah, I think from what I heard, there were people that went to the game last night specifically to see it. I mean,
of course,
everyone who was at the game was hoping that they would see it, right? But specifically went to the game so that they could see it, and several people left after the goal.
What?
after they saw the 500, they were like, yeah.
Oh, that's lame. Because
that's a Yinzer thing. Scott, you don't know this. Talking to Scott Wilder from Dallas, Texas. Pittsburghers very much value beating the traffic.
Beating the traffic. No, that's
I
crazy.
like that ad on TV, the progressive.
Exactly.
Let's not talk about when we're leaving before the game is begun.
That's exactly it.
Are we going to leave it after the third inning, you guys?
No.
What is that about?
The third period.
That's exactly it.
Anyway, so there were. I mean, I'm not saying that 20% of PPG got up and left because that's not the case. But there were some people apparently that were like, okay, great, I saw it. Now I'm on my way.
Well, but the thing is, they're not real fans.
No.
Everybody wants to be a part of something, right? To an event. So, like people who watch the Super Bowl, they don't watch football. They don't care about football, but they watch the Super Bowl because it's an event.
Sure, of course.
A lot of people don't watch, racing, but they'll watch the Sunday NASCAR
Daytona
because it's an event.
Right.
And those people went for that 500, and when they got what they went for, they wanted to
get out of
you guys beating traffic. See, the problem with your traffic, I've said this before, is your school zones are way too respectful of your children. It's way down to 15 miles an hour.
Come on now.
Ours are up at 20 miles an hour. We make our kids run across the street.
Oh, those Texans, they're always doing things a little bit bigger.
Well, you got to teach the kids to take care of themselves.
Fleet of foot in Dallas.
Pad everything for them.
Right. Let's go, kids. We don't want Dallas to beat us.
Come on, kids.
Get moving.
Scott Wilder joins us from Preborn. We're talking about ultrasounds for kids today. Scott, our first hour at 4 o'clock, you hope to have 100 ultrasounds performed. We missed that goal, did we not?
Well, we did. Let me say how close we were, though. We had 68 ultrasounds provided last hour. Evelyn squeaked there in at the end with a $60 one-time gift. Now, if you want to do a monthly gift, you can do that too. So I fail sometimes to mention that as often as I should. Sometimes, when I give to things, it's like I got it now, I want to give it now. Had a good month or whatever.
Sure.
And it's like, ooh, extra $300, I'll do that. I'll save 10 babies for $280. Other things, it's like I want it to be not just something I do, but part of who I am. And so, I do a monthly thing. And that way I can go in at a lower number, but over time it really becomes something obviously quite significant. And so today you can do that if you want. Save a baby a month for less than $1 a day. You can save a baby a week for $140 a month. We had somebody just a couple of days ago give $140 a month, which would save a baby every single week. Actually, more than that, a baby more than one per week for the coming year. So whatever works for you. We want to draw the circle big. We want everybody to be a part of it. It's not about how much, it's about how many. It's about how many of us will say, I'm going to be a part of it today. I don't want to miss the blessing. So if you just get in the car, do people still get in the car? If you just get in the car, just getting to the radio. I mean, I didn't know whether drive time is still. I don't know what it is anymore.
It's still there.
It's like, okay, very good. If you're just getting in the car, then we want to welcome you and say what we're doing. We're providing ultrasounds with Preborn because ultrasounds save lives. Ultrasounds save lives. When a girl or a woman is introduced to her baby for the first time, when you give her the first picture she's ever going to have of her baby, in fact, I would offer that without that first picture, all those other firsts, the first steps, first word, first tooth, first grade, first dance, first date, first car, without that first one, you're going to provide the ultrasound picture, the first picture she's ever going to have. Without that picture, there just might not be any of those other pictures. So we invite you to do it right now. We want you to do it. The world's not going to do it. This is ours to do. The people of God have to stand up and say, we know that it's counterculture. It's countercultural right now. All influencers, people are still proud of their abortion. Shout your abortion. People are still, it's right for me, and look at what the evil states of Texas are going to do with the heartbeat bill and all this kind of stuff. Look, I say forget about politics, because politics is not going to fix it. Anybody who's looking for some big way to fix this thing, in my view, honestly, is just someone making an excuse for not doing something yourself. You have it within you to make a difference today, right now, and save babies. Well, but wouldn't it be better if we had more bans? I think I'm going to call my senator. Okay. Why don't you call your senator right after you call 833-850-2229 and give an ultrasound or 2 or 5 or 10 or 100.
And then you can talk to your senator.
That's right, because this is really where the rubber meets the road. Yeah. This is a heart issue, and today we have a chance to do this, and I just can't think of any good reason why someone who has ever said they're pro-life who maybe on your social media, you make a big deal of where you stand on these things. That's fine. But today, you have a chance to introduce a girl to her baby for the first time. And this hour, we want to save 100 babies. And we're already 10 minutes into the hour. So we are... with that maybe 2 babies every single minute for the next 50 minutes. 100 babies in 50 minutes. I can't, he can. And we hope that you will be inspired, encouraged to do. We'll play some testimonials for you and let you hear from other folks that have had their lives changed forever and protected forever from having pain and suffering for a decision made without full information. 833-850-2229.
So happy to have Scott Wilder back with us. So happy to be talking about taking care of women and babies, because when women are of childbearing age, you can't separate those two, right? I mean, there's just one in the same. And so we're taking care of saving babies' lives, and so therefore I can promise you we're taking care of saving women's lives. Anyway, we're so happy to have you with us today. So give us a call. 833-850-BABY, 833-850-2229. Or if you're like me and don't like to talk on the phone, no judgment here. Just go online, wordfm.com.
Very nice. We'll take a quick step away, but stay with us. Scott Wilder's with us. He's got great stories and insight into babies.
101.5 WORD.
God didn't exactly ease young Samuel into his new role as the next prophet of Israel. Hear the shocking message he had to deliver in his very first assignment and find out how providence made it all possible. Study with us this week on Truth for Life with Alistair Begg.
Tomorrow morning at 6 on 101.5 WORD. If you're in the market for metal roofing, siding, and garage doors, Kaufman Metals in Bedford can meet your expectations with friendly professional service. Their equipment is right up to date with the newest technology and ready to produce your standard and customized metal panels and trims to your exact specifications for any project with the fastest turnaround in the industry. Plus, Kaufman Metals offers complete do-it-yourself building packages included with computer-generated drawings. Kaufman Metals also provides sales and service for CHI residential and commercial garage doors. They deliver any order, large or small, to any place with full-service rollback trucks and trailers with a Moffett forklift to set building packages conveniently close to your project. And just so you know, they offer contractors discounts as well. Visit KaufmanMetals.com or call 814-623-6044 or stop in at 6146 Lincoln Highway, Bedford, PA.
For over 40 years, First Baptist Christian School of Butler has quietly offered parents one of the most affordable, high-quality Christian educations around. A complete education from pre-K through 12th grade with free busing, smaller classes, an extremely high teacher-student ratio, competitive athletics, and SAT scores well above the national average. Think an affordable Christian education is beyond your reach? Think again. First Baptist Christian School of Butler at butlerfbcs.com.
You could save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, but when we just come out and say it, it feels like it falls a bit flat. So we're going to tap into human emotion. First with some music. Then in a serious tone, I'll say, save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. And even though it was about saving money with Progressive, we'll fade out the music so you know it was poignant. Wow, powerful stuff. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discount not available in all states or situations.
My leg was painful, red, and swollen just doing the crossword puzzle. I could have put off telling my doctor, but I didn't wait.
He told his doctor and found out his leg pain, swelling, and redness are deep vein thrombosis, a blood clot which could travel to the lungs and lead to a pulmonary embolism, which could cause chest pain or discomfort or difficulty breathing and be deadly. If you have one or more of these symptoms, this is no time to wait. Contact your doctor.
Brought to you by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Hey, thanks for being with us. Scott Wilder's with us from Preborn.
Yeah.
We're talking about ultrasounds. A woman who's thinking about having an abortion, she walks into Planned Parenthood. It's a totally different story than what Preborn is going to present to this young woman. Your help is necessary. 833-850-BABY. That's 833-850-2229. Of course, online at wordfm.com.
I'm not sure I can live up to the insights on babies pre-sale there, John.
Come on.
If you were going to be able to come through on that.
But here's what happens, though.
Counting on you, my friend.
Let me break the fourth wall here. And
Counting
the
on
audience. Hey, listen, man. When the post is coming, you got to hit the post. It's just like, get words out. I mean, you got to wrap it up.
And sometimes the
Chrissy's
words
over there saying, wrap it up, wrap it up.
Sometimes the words that come out are surprising to us.
No, I know. Yeah, even to the person who's saying it. Like, what did I just say? Play that back.
He said,
but anyway, we're here today.
Babies.
We're here today. Beverly just called from, is it Baden? Is it
Baden?
Fabulous.
In Baden, and said, I want to save 2 babies. So thanks. 833-850-2229. 833 I'm not the baby whisperer. 833-850-2229.
You're going to be a real disappointment if you aren't.
Although I have school zone issues regarding kids.
Apparently.
833-850-2229 or wordfm.com. That's what we're doing today. We are saving babies by providing ultrasounds. I want to let you hear the impact that you're having today. But don't delay. Call right now. We have a goal now of 98 more babies to save in the next 45 minutes. 833-850-2229. Listen to the impact you're going to have today.
Before I got married, I was on a full scholarship at George Mason University for lacrosse. I was also on Team Canada playing for the World Cup team. And so I had all these dreams and hopes of pursuing professionally as a lacrosse player, then developing into a Division I coach. And I already had my whole route planned out. So we got married. My husband was on board and my number 1 cheerleader saying, yeah, that's awesome. And then we got married and found out I was pregnant with Ethan. 4 months after we were married. And when I found out I was pregnant, I was devastated. And it was crazy because I was a new believer. I'm like, this is my body. I don't think we're ready for a kid. We'll just have an abortion. And it came out just that simple. I was just like, yeah, we'll just have an abortion. It'll be fine. And I'll just go on my route that I already had planned. And my husband, he is a strong Christian man, was like, no, like, you just got saved. So I was like, what? Like, no, I have a plan. Like, this is what I'm going to do. And I remember in the apartment, we were living in Rosemary Ridge apartment, sitting in the bathroom, just bawling, like crying my eyes out, thinking like, what am I going to do? And I just remember like, almost like a slap in the face, like, suck it up. And it was God saying like, you have to have faith in me. I will take care of you. Like, this is what I have planned. I already have your life planned out. This is what I have planned. Trust in me. And I just like stood up, like not stood up, but I just was like, oh, okay. Let's do this. They were never judging. They're always there, open arm, welcoming you. And of course, they're too saying like, this is your decision. This is you. Like, we're just here to support you and just educate you. And it was really cool not to be pressured. Like, you better keep this baby or you're going to like someplace you don't want to go. And it was really reassuring to know that, again, no matter what I decided, they were there. They just wanted to obviously help guide me and show me what was available. And ended up having Ethan March 25th, 2011, and he was amazing. He was perfect.
833-850-2229. We've said it many times. It's not about judgment. It's not about wagging a finger in the face. It's about putting an arm around the shoulder. And any girl or woman who goes to a preborn center or preborn partnered center is going to find that very same love, that very same support, that very same openness, and very same non-judgmental attitude. Let me let you hear from Heidi again real quick.
You wouldn't think so, but many of the women that get involved in volunteering or being a client advocate, or even like our registered nurse, has had a firsthand experience with abortion. And many of them say, had I only had an opportunity to know of a clinic like this back then, my life would look completely different. And so when you give to preborn, you give to organizations like ours who are filled with women who have had that firsthand experience, and they meet that woman that walks into our clinic, not with a sense of judgment, but with a sense of, I've been there. And the pain that I've experienced, I want to spare you from. And that's why I do what I do every day. And that's what our clinics are about.
And that's what we're about too. 833-850-2229. Waiting on your phone call now. We have 40 minutes left, and we have 98 babies to save by providing ultrasounds. In January, the Sanctity of Human Life month. So that's on our minds with the March for Life and all that. February is, of course, Valentine's month. Here we're in the shadow of Valentine's Day and hearts and love and all that. And there are girls right now, right here, that are finding out they're pregnant. And they're going to make a decision soon, maybe in the next couple of weeks, about what they're going to do. And we want to make sure they have the truth as they make that decision, because the ultrasounds are so powerful that more than 83% of the time, girls and women will choose life. You don't have to do anything, not convince them of anything. Give them a free gift of an ultrasound, and God will do the rest. We believe that. 833-850-2229 or online at wordfm.com.
That's nice. It's Scott Wilder from Preborn. Scott, I think about this, and I'm sure if anyone's been part of a church for any length of time, I've got a friend, Bruce, and when I see Bruce, who I love, he'll say to me, "Hey, brother," he's my brother. You know, there's my brother in Christ. And of course, you hear this, right? I mean, it's just part of who we are. It's our vernacular as believers. You're my brother in Christ. You're my sister in Christ. And I think about this because I read an article a couple days ago about a church, not here locally, but of course, you know, with the rise of the nuns and less people attending church, a lot of churches now sit fallow. And so in this neighborhood where there's an old church, people have gathered together and they have built this community. Some people are Christians, some people are Buddhists, other people are, you know, all these different things that are mixing together. And the hope was, in this article, they're saying, we need community. Right? Whether you believe in God or not, you should come do yoga, or you should come do the ceramics class, because community is important in this, you know, this part of town. And so, Scott, you know, you were joining us a little earlier, and you were talking about, well, you know, it's one thing for a young woman to have this ultrasound and to see the baby and to make the decision for life. But then it's a whole other story after the baby is born for that young woman and hopefully her partner, her husband, to be part of a community of people who are together on this same journey, young families together. You know what that's like. When you had kids, right? You found a community if you already didn't have one, whether it was because of, the elementary school or child care or whatever. A community came around you. And I often think about this. Where would you be if you're part of a church community? Where would you be in your life if you didn't have that community? You know, the community feeds into your life. People are there for you. They pray for you. They help you. They're your brother and sisters. They're looking out for you. And so that's what Preborn is. I mean, for people who would never darken the inside of a church, for the first time for a lot of people's lives, it's not social media community. It's real community. It's real people who are loving each other because Christ is in the middle of this. So if you know community, or if you're hungry for community, I would encourage you to look at Preborn, to be part of this community, and to know it truly does change lives, dare I say, in a heartbeat. 833-850-BABY, 833-850-2229, or, of course, online at wordfm.com. One ultrasound for a woman who may be pregnant is $28. Free. It's free for the young woman who walks in the door. And there she meets people who are part of a community of Christ followers who want to raise up life. Where would you be in this life without your church community? I think it's a pretty simple question to ask, and you can answer that along your way. Scott, I mean, the community here that Preborn does is gigantic, right? After the fact, while in process.
No question. Preborn is so much more than just that one moment choosing life. I mean, we hear again and again, girls and women will say, hey, my child is 3 years old, and we still come back, every couple of weeks. It's a 2-year-long mentoring process. I mean, it's so much more than just that one thing. That's sort of the rap sometimes, that we're people who just care about that one decision for choosing life, and then after that, we don't really care about the girl. It's not true. It's never been true in the pro-life community, but certainly at Preborn. I mean, we're all about a community like you're talking about, and providing free cribs and formula and diapers and strollers and maternity clothes and baby clothes. I mean, we see it again and again. So it's the beginning of a long process. And in many cases, you have girls and women who, if they choose life, they may be sort of going against the wishes of even their family.
I bet.
their mom and their dad or whatever, the husband or the father of the baby may be against the decision for life. So in so many ways, we've even had some of the volunteers and the worker, the paid staff at preborn centers become the what's it called, the birthing coaches for girls who have nobody else in their life who will stand beside them as they make this choice for life. So we invite you to do it now, be a part of it now. Easy to do. $28 saves one baby. $140 saves 5, $280 saves 10, and this hour our goal is to save 100 babies. If you wanted to pick up all 100, I don't mean pick up 100 babies, but if you wanted to pay for all the ultrasounds, I'm not that much of a baby whisperer, but you could just say,
not that much insight.
I'll do all at $2,800. 833-850-2229, 833-850-2229, or online at wordfm.com.
Our good friend Tish Harrison Warren wrote a piece in last week's New York Times about abortion culture. And one of the things she said in it really rang true to me based on the experience I had when I was counseling in a local pregnancy care center right here in Pittsburgh. She said that when she talked to people, she's an Anglican priest. And so oftentimes she'll have a conversation with someone similar to the woman you mentioned at the start of our show, Scott, who says, I had an abortion, I had 2 abortions, four abortions, whatever it is, and I've never been able to get over it. I've never been able to leave it behind. And she said when she talks to these women, that there's one thing that unites them all is that when they talk about their decision to abort, they talk about all of the things that the people around them wanted. So, well, my boyfriend wanted this, or my mom wanted this, or my sister wanted that. And there's nothing about what they wanted because they didn't feel like they had the agency to choose on their own. But when you're laying on a table and you've got the ultrasound picture, all of a sudden that is a visual link that the woman has. And listen, I understand what it's like to feel like you have to please everybody around you. So that was a very easy place for me to get to in my head, trying to imagine if I was in that position. But it really is about the woman and her experience because the baby is inside her. And when you're newly pregnant, it's kind of hard to believe it's real. I will tell you that. It is very hard to get your head around the fact that this is actually happening. It's not until you start getting bigger or you get very sick or something that starts, okay, well, maybe this is real. That ultrasound changes the game. It changes the game. And so if a young woman's getting pressure from a mom or a boyfriend or whatever, maybe this is the moment that she kind of can take back the decision for herself.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, and I think most people will be surprised to find that the person most likely to try and convince a girl to have an abortion is actually not the father of the baby. It's her own mother. And then closely behind that is the father of the baby. So she's in many cases she's kind of alone. But we've heard again and again that when they hear that separate heartbeat inside their body, that is the heart beating of a separate individual, the DNA clicks. I mean, God has put a DNA in us. And when you hear that heartbeat, especially moms, especially women, when you hear that heartbeat, you know that it's real. You, as we say in the Baptist church on Sunday nights, you know that that's a baby. And so today we're providing ultrasounds because ultrasounds save lives. You don't need to think very long about what you think about this. I remember talking to a woman who called after she had given, and she said, I didn't, I was praying about what to do and not whether to give, but how much to give. And she said, and the Lord just gave me a message. And I said, it wasn't audible, right? It was just louder than that. And she said, right. And she said, the message was this: why would you hoard what is not even yours? I gave you everything. So don't hoard what is not even yours. And today, it's the easiest thing we do. It's the most effective thing we do. It's almost the cheapest thing you could do is to provide an ultrasound today. $28 can save one baby. How many will you save today? And we're waiting on your phone call. Be one of a couple of people to call. We have 31 minutes left. We have 98 babies left to save in this hour. 833-850-2229 is the number. 833-850-2229. We have heard from a whole bunch of people. We've heard from Elizabeth, PA. We've heard from Baden. We've heard from Wexford, Valencia, Mars, Pittsburgh, of course.
Fabulous.
Butler, PA, Washington. Waiting for your phone call at 833-850-2229. Call right now. We want to thank you for doing that. I want to thank you by first name and by city. And just be part of saving 100 babies this hour. 833-850-2229.
Fabulous. We know that you're out there, and we know that you're part of our broadcast family, and we are grateful for that. So we come to you with a different opportunity to say, can you be part of this? Does this resonate in your life, in your heart? And maybe children, little babies, unwed mothers, mothers who are in despair because they're pregnant, all the different varieties of what it is to be with baby. Join us with Preborn, wordfm.com, 833-850-BABY. Call us. Why doing it right? Roofing, siding, remodeling? It's simple. It's in their name.
Doing It Right uses only top quality materials and employs only experienced installation and management people to install and oversee your project.
Family owned and operated for 38 years, and with over 45 years of industry experience, you can be confident that your project will be installed the correct way.
Doing It Right does business honestly, taking no money down and collecting balance upon completion.
You'll receive a lifetime labor warranty from Doing It Right.
Doing It Right does all work to manufacturers, National Roofing Contractors Association, and Vinyl Siding Institute guidelines and specifications for a complete and headache-free installation.
Doing It Right is an Owens Corning Platinum contractor and James Hardy preferred contractor.
Most importantly, they're affordable, offering great financing options and accepting all major credit cards.
Be sure to mention John and Kathy for a discount off your roofing, siding, and remodeling estimates.
Call 724-NEW-ROOF or find them at roofingcontractorpittsburgh.com.
Want it done right, call Doing It Right.
Explore Banana Republic Factory with 50% off everything. Shop versatile tops, adventure-ready pants, and more from $24.99. Find your nearest store or shop online. Only at Banana Republic Factory.
I remember trying to choose a college when I was of that age and thinking, how does this work? There's no one to help me. My parents didn't have a clue. They didn't attend college. My guidance counselor, he kind of shrugged his shoulders. There was a lot of anxiety. Everything worked out fine in the end. But when you look at where kids are today, especially, all the pressure the kids have, social media, all the online stuff, you get things in the mail nonstop. There's a lot of pressure to choose the right college, to do the right thing, to propel you to that full future that awaits you. It seems like a lot, doesn't it?
I remember the first week or two of seventh grade for one of my daughters. Seventh grade. They had an assembly where they were handed this chart and they had to decide what they wanted to do career-wise so that in seventh grade they could start picking the right classes so that they could graduate with the right skill set so they could get accepted into the right college. And then they could get the job that they want.
Oh, my gosh.
Now, that's so much pressure for a seventh grader.
So where's God in all this?
Exactly. And is there a way to raise children and encourage students to think that they don't just belong to themselves, but they belong to God?
Find out at Grove City College. What does God have for you? gcc.edu.
We are everywhere. On your radio at 101.5 WORD-FM Pittsburgh, at wordfm.com, the Word FM mobile app, iHeart, TuneIn, and Odyssey.
Cloudy, breezy, and mild tonight with a low of 50. Tomorrow, cloudy, becoming windier and mild with a brief shower or two in the morning. Then afternoon rain, heavy at times. Watch for flooding, high 61. Cloudy skies tomorrow night. It'll be windy with evening rain, heavy at times, followed by a bit of snow, sleet, and freezing rain late. Little to no accumulation is expected. Roads and sidewalks turn icy as temperatures drop quickly, the low 25. With your AccuWeather forecast, I'm Drew Shannon.
Hey, thanks for being with us. It's 5:34. Scott Wilder is with us today from Preborn. Our hope is that this hour we would have 100 babies with an ultrasound. Young women come into the Preborn ministry and they think, well, I might be pregnant. So Preborn gives a free ultrasound to say, look, there is life within you. So have this baby. 100 opportunities right now for us to do this. It's been slow. I'll be honest about that. The phones have been very slow. I think we've only had 2 babies that have been saved this hour. Can we ratchet this up in a really inopportune way here that the phones are silent? So we're asking you to step forward if you know someone who's been pregnant, someone who has been in turmoil, whether it's you, your daughter, your son, he's partnered with someone, and this is necessary. This is so key for us to get behind life. 833-850-BABY, 833-850-2229. Scott Wilder's with us from Preborn. WordFM.com as well. Please go there. Scott?
I think it's the easiest and most fun thing to do on the radio. I really do. I mean, look, this radio station never asks for you to give money to the radio station. We're building a new tower, please make your pledge today. The Friends raiser and fundraiser. We never do that.
It's not for salaries.
Our salaries. We want to hire a brand new newsman. Linda in Baden. Is it Baden? Baden, sorry. Linda in Baden said, I want to save 10. That's great. We're down to 88 babies left this hour. 88 babies left to save in our remaining 25 minutes or so. But it's one way to support the radio station. Not that the money goes to the radio station.
No.
But to say, hey, it's important to y'all, it's important to us. As a listener, if it's important to my radio station, it's important to me. And this is one, no matter what, there are lots of things we can do. The world joins us on a whole bunch of those things. The world joins us to build cinder block houses and dig wells and purify water and clothe the naked and feed the hungry, and on it goes. There's nothing wrong with that. We do it in Jesus' name. Take a good thing, make it a God thing. For them, it may be the grand teeter-totter of life. I want to do more good things than I am a bad person. The world will join us in doing that. The world doesn't join us in this. This is just us. If we don't do it, it's not going to be done. It really won't be done. And every single dollar we raise here stays here. So these are your own kids, your nieces and nephews that will get that free ultrasound. So you give $100, give $280, and that will save 10 babies. Give more than that, saves more. $140 saves 5. So we want a contagion of compassion this afternoon. And look, in these 2 days, that's it. That's all we're doing. These 2 days, I'm with you. I'll be with Kenny Woods in the morning at 6 o'clock in the morning. When Alistair Begg is talking to you at 6 o'clock, I'm right here with my coffee. And so we're going to be here all day tomorrow. But don't put it off. I mean, you already know what you think about this. You know what God thinks about this. And by the way, the Good Samaritan is not remembered for what he thought or what he felt or what he was outraged by or... He was remembered for what he did. And so the doing is the proof, the feeling is real. Thank you, Linda, again, in Baden. $280 saves 10 babies. 833-850-2229. Call now.
All right, we need to get out. Make space for our sponsors. But when we come back, we'll continue our conversation with Scott Wilder. We want to hear from you. Go online, wordfm.com.
.5 WORD.
Here is Dr. Michael Youssef.
No matter how hard these days may be, no matter how challenging the situation is, God was, is, and always be on his throne. God was, is, and always will be ready to give us victory in the midst of trouble.
Be challenged this week on Leading the Way.
Tomorrow morning at 6:30 on 101.5 WORD.
My son is in the 2nd grade at our local public school, and yet somehow he gets to attend a Bible class during his school day because of LifeWise Academy.
We're seeing public school students from urban, rural, and suburban communities who have never heard the basic stories of how Jesus came to rescue us.
Hey Word FM listeners, I'm Joel Penton, founder of LifeWise Academy, and we bring Bible education to public school students during the school day. Believe it or not, in 1952, the Supreme Court ruled that students can actually be released from public school during school hours to receive religious instruction. However, almost no one knows it's possible. LifeWise Academy provides the structure and tools for local communities to put to work.
This program is taking off nationwide, and our kids' futures are being changed. Would you consider leading the charge to start a LifeWise in your neighborhood school? The first step is to voice your support at lifewiseacademy.org.
My grandma makes fried chicken that is simply the world's best. But sometimes she'll say, I didn't get that batch just perfect. To me, a little bit less than the world's best still tastes like the world's best. It's Ryan, and that's kind of how I feel about all this interest rate hubbub right now. The internet wants to make it feel like the sky is falling. And sure, rates might come up a bit this year, but a small move up from historically the lowest the world has ever seen is still some tasty fried chicken. I worked with a radio listener this week and gave him 5 different refinance and cash out refinance options. Because rates were still great and because home values have gone sky high, he was able to pull out a significant amount of cash from his home, and his mortgage payment and years on the loan didn't change at all. They're going to use the cash to pay off some debt, take a special vacation, and save the rest for peace in their brains. If you're curious what your specific options would be, we are United Faith Mortgage.
United Mortgage Corp, Melville, New York. MLS number 1330. Department of Banking. Mortgage Lender License number 22672.
Trip to Europe. Visit all 30 Major League Baseball stadiums. Go skydiving. Okay, so you know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune into Your Retirement Blueprint with Kurt Kenotic and Ethan Lane of Accurate Solutions Group, Saturdays at 10 a.m. to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Listen every Saturday morning at 10 to Your Retirement Blueprint with Accurate Solutions Group. Investment advisory services offered through ASG Investment Management, LLC.
I'm talking about little babies. Little babies and young moms who maybe be surprised that they're pregnant or in turmoil that they're pregnant or want clarification of where their pregnancy is.
Or wish they weren't.
Right. All those things. A million and one different stories, of course, 1 billion and one with all the babies that are born. Preborn provides a free ultrasound for a young woman walking in the door. Free. And all the money that's raised here stays here in Western Pennsylvania. So we're talking about your family, your friends, your neighbors, people that are part of our community here, which Preborn also now is part of. It's raised here, it stays here. $28 provides a ultrasound, one ultrasound. People have joined us at 1 ultrasound or 10 ultrasounds or 15 ultrasounds. Can you do this and say, yes, I'll step forward because I am pro-life. I want to make sure that babies are born into this world. This is a very simple ask here. The number to call is 833-850-BABY. That's 833-850-2229. 833-850-2229 or wordfm.com.
This is
you're going to hear Charlie. Sorry, that's Chelwyn explained that Brad is going to run down and say, why do they have dogs in the studio?
And was that Charlie?
It was a vote of
Charlie
confidence.
And also Winnie. So Charlie and Winnie are both here. So I'm sorry, but
don't be sorry.
Well, listen, if Charlie and Winnie agree, then we should just go with their perspective on it.
Very good.
So I interrupted you. I'm sorry about that.
No, I just want, and I was just thinking as John was talking about how delicate of a circumstance this is and how careful I know the three of us want to be as we talk about it, because there's nothing easy about finding out that you're pregnant, especially when you don't want to be. Right. And there's nothing easy about having a complex family dynamic and having a man who's maybe not committed to you, or maybe you don't want to be committed to, or just being in a circumstance that is life and death without being prepared for it is just very, very hard. And all I can say is that the three of us and Preborn are invested in trying to make that very sensitive time as easy as we possibly can make it for you so that you're not on your own.
You know, we mentioned, I think earlier you heard from Alana, and Alana was married. She was married and got married like 4 months before, and she was an athlete and was on the Canadian lacrosse world team, or whatever they call it for lacrosse. And she was a brand new Christian. And she said, when I found that I was pregnant, I was devastated. You know, a lot of times we think the only people to be devastated are, you know, a 14-year-old girl. Or a 16-year-old girl or something like that. But she said, look, I had a plan, man. I was going to do this, and I was going to be a Division I coach, and I was going to work on this, and I had my whole route planned out. And then I became pregnant. And So, it's not just, yes, it happens in our churches. Yes, it happens with people that are married. Charles in Freedom said, hey, you know what? Put me down for $25. I'll do it. You can do a monthly gift, too, if you want. And any amount for a monthly gift. $28 a month for the next 12 months will save a baby a month for less than $1 a day. We still have 87 babies left to save in this hour. Let me read to you a comment that was left. When a woman gave $140 to save 5 babies, and this is what she wrote. I didn't know Jesus until I was 38. But at 18, I had an unplanned pregnancy and made the terrible choice of abortion with the support of my family. Out of all the mistakes I've made in my life, this is the one that had been most devastating to me until I was forgiven and saved by him. If I had had the chance to see that baby on an ultrasound, maybe I wouldn't have taken the advice of my family members who also didn't know any better. I most definitely want to help in saving the lives of these little babies, but I also want to spare other young women from going through what I went through. She writes, as a mother of young children today, I can say with all certainty that the love a mother has for a child will outweigh any fear and hardship a young woman might be facing in the midst of this decision. Thank you for all that you're doing. In his name, God bless you all. So call right now, 833-850-2229. Thanks to Joseph in Pittsburgh. Said I want to save 5 babies, and so we're down to 83 babies left in the remaining 15 minutes. 833-850-2229.
Here's the bottom line. Nobody regrets their baby once they have the baby.
No.
Once they have a 6-year-old or a 16-year-old. You know what I mean? Like, you can't imagine your life without the baby.
Right.
It's just very hard at the moment.
Those first steps. When you think this can't be happening, or I don't want this to happen, or I'm a soccer player, or I'm an executive, or I'm a dancer, or I'm a mechanic. I can't have a baby. I don't. Or you're right, a student, and I don't have any way of supporting myself. I can't do this. But it's just trying to extrapolate, trying to get beyond the next thing, right? Just trying to take a little peek around the corner to see what might be coming up next is what the ultrasound does. Yeah.
And that's why it's so important. Yeah. So important.
And the thing is, right, I mean, I'm sure, right, a lot of us have been in that situation. We think, oh, a baby's here. Now what's the next step? There are a lot of babies, of course, in this country that are born into welcoming and loving families. And, of course, the inverse is also true. There are a lot of babies born in this country that are born into families that are in turmoil, families that will not be able to sustain that baby. That's just how it is. I mean, there's 1,000,000,001 stories of what it is to be born into this world. If you're fortunate to come into a family who wants you and loves you, man, I mean, you're way, way, way ahead of the curve. How many babies are born into this world under really brutal, hard circumstances? And preborn is there in those very tiny, very little, tenuous, really delicate first steps. There's no perfection here in how a baby comes into this world. But because they are there, and because their mission is so clean and so well stated as how they spend their money, this is a win-win for the family, So we really would encourage you to join us. $28 is a free ultrasound for a young mother who is on the precipice. $28. 5 ultrasounds is $140. People have joined us at 1 or 5 or 10 or 15 or 20. Please, as the clock is ticking down now, our hope is to do 100 ultrasounds in this hour. The number to call is 833-850-BABY. That's 833-850-2229. Once more, 833-850-2229 or wordfm.com. You'll see the preborn banner at the very top of the page.
What I like about this is it's something everybody can do. I'm 60, so I was around and paying attention in January of 1973.
Yeah.
I remember as in the junior high group or whatever I was in at the time. I remember the junior high kids going to. I'll tell you what it was. It was the women's clinic on Ruth Street in Dallas. Cool. That was the big abortion clinic, and we would go there and pray and hold hands and sing and all that kind of stuff, and. Not everybody is equipped, maybe temperamentally or whatever, to do all those things. I mean, I wouldn't want to grab a bullhorn or maybe hold the signs that I would even find very tough to look at. I know the reality is far more horrible than the depiction of it is. I understand all that. But I also understand that we're not all made the same way. And this is something we all can do. Everybody can do this. Everybody can provide an ultrasound. Just by picking up the phone and saying, I can provide one a month, $28 a month for the next 12 months, saves a baby a month for less than $1 a day. Or count up your kids and grandkids, tally it all together and say, I want to save 13. Doreen in Jeanette said, I want to save 5. So we're down to 78 babies left in our time in this hour to be able to save 100 in this hour. So we still have time for you at 833-850-2229 or online. Simply click on the preborn banner at wordfm.com.
A little earlier in the show, we were talking about Sid last night, 500 goals. And, we were kidding around. Hey, give $500 because, it's a good number. And there's a lot of babies that are going to be saved because of that. So we're just goofing around. The hope is that however you catch the vision to save a baby's life, then that's more than good, right? However you catch that vision. So you hear Scott say this, $1 a day, fabulous. How about one baby a month for the next 12 months, $28 a month? I mean, that's less than $1 a day.
It's easy.
I mean, it really is,
really
right?
Easy. And everybody can do it. Everybody can do it. It's not expensive. It's almost free. Every single penny that you give goes directly to providing ultrasounds. We separately fundraise for, administrative costs. So we're waiting on your phone call in our waning moments at 833-850-2229.
Very nice. We need to step away for just a few minutes, but join us, right? Once you be part of this community, we are greatly encouraged by you as part of our broadcast family. Be part now of our preborn community, wordfm.com. Or 833-850-BABY.
When it's time to replace your roof, siding, gutters, and downspouts, entry doors, and, of course, windows, you can count on Windows R Us, the area's premier exterior replacement company. This is John Steigerwald. With over 50 years' experience in the home remodeling industry, Windows R Us offers repair and replacement for all your exterior home projects. Why pay double with some other companies? Windows R Us will always give you the best price on the best in-class products, backed by the best warranties in the industry, all with zero sales pressure. Speaking of zero, right now get zero interest financing for 12 months and no processing fee with prices set to increase on all exterior products. Lock in your quote today. Schedule a free estimate and inspection today at windowsruspittsburgh.com. You've tried the rest, now try the best. windowsruspittsburgh.com.
Windows R Us. You've tried the rest, now try the best.
I had a lady that was in her mid-70s, and I'd sold her timeshare, and that was the lowest I'd ever felt in my life. I knew then that I had to do something to simply not to go to hell for selling a timeshare.
Chuck McDowell founded Wesley Financial Group to help folks cancel their timeshares permanently.
Called her and everybody that I had sold timeshare to, and I said, this is what I said to you that was a lie, and this is what you need to do to cancel your timeshare. From that point, people started referring friends to me to help them cancel a timeshare, and that's how it all started. I fought the world's largest timeshare company in federal court. If I had lost that lawsuit, there would be no one helping people that have been lied to when they bought timeshare.
I guarantee if we take you as a client, we will cancel your timeshare contract or you'll pay nothing.
Call Wesley Financial Group now for a free information kit. 800-786-9300. That's 800-786-9300. 800-786-9300.
For over 40 years, First Baptist Christian School of Butler has quietly offered parents one of the most affordable, high-quality Christian educations around. A complete education from pre-K through 12th grade with free busing, smaller classes, an extremely high teacher-student ratio, competitive athletics, and SAT scores well above the national average. Think an affordable Christian education is beyond your reach? Think again. First Baptist Christian School of Butler at butlerfbcs.com.
No one should read your personal messages. That's why WhatsApp uses end-to-end encryption. It protects whatever you send before, during, and after you send it. So no one, not even WhatsApp, can read your messages. Always message privately. WhatsApp.
101.5 WORD-FM Pittsburgh. On your smart speaker by saying, play the word Pittsburgh. And on your phone via the Word FM mobile app, iHeart, TuneIn, and Odyssey.
Wrapping up our day with preborn, Scott Wilder with us from Dallas, Texas. We're saving babies. $28 provides a free ultrasound for a woman. May save the life of a little one. So you can give us a call at 833-850-BABY or wordfm.com and give online. Scott?
Is it Ingomar?
It is.
Yeah. Ingomar. Isabella in Ingomar said, I want to save 5 babies, and so thank you.
No, that's awesome.
Text our number down. And Betty in McDonald said, I want to save 11 babies. So we're down to 62 babies left to save. And I know we're in the waning moments of the time together. The phone number is obviously alive and well all night long. You can call well into the next hour, the next. And, of course, online. You can always do it online, safe and secure and fast online at wordfm.com. So if you can't remember the number, 833-850-BABY, or if, and I still find this remarkable, like Kathy, who doesn't like to talk on the phone, so please call into the show. But I don't know how that really works.
800-322.
I don't need you. I don't need you to bring up my inconsistencies.
Listen,
okay.
Listen, I know. I go to John now and be chastised by John because I've seen people put on their flashers, on the freeway, and John says absolutely not. Don't do that. In any case, we want you to remember the number if you can: 833-850-BABY, which is 833-850-2229, or just go online, wordfm.com. We still want to get to 100 babies saved in this second hour, and we're 62 shy. If you're a numbers person, that's $1,736 shy. So if we had 3 people who wanted to celebrate the 500th goal, right? Boom. 3 at that, and then a couple of people that came in at 87, his sweater number, then we would perhaps be able to get to 100. But we'll take anything at all. Monthly gift, one-time gift, or maybe you want to provide an ultrasound machine. $15,000 in a one-time gift can do that. Every now and then you catch somebody. We placed 54 of those machines in the year 2021. And I'm always amazed that people will, somebody somewhere, somebody's company, or maybe you had a family situation.
Church.
You want to, church wanted to do it. You want that to be the legacy of your recently passed loved one. They loved life and they were a pro-life person, and you just say, I want that to be the legacy, or in their memory, or in their honor. Anyway, 833-850-2229, or simply go online to wordfm.com. We're saving babies, but we need you to get on the phone or to go online. So come now.
Very nice. Scott Wilder from Preborn. We are offering, Preborn is, free ultrasounds for women who think that they are pregnant, and they are up against the David and Goliath battle of Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood and the idea of women's health would like to know nothing more than to make you a profit center as they abort your baby. Preborn, what is raised here in Western Pennsylvania, in Pittsburgh, all throughout WPA. What's raised here, as Scott says, stays here. So save your daughter, your neighbor, your church member's baby's life by offering a free ultrasound. 833-850-2229. 833-850-2229 or wordfm.com. $28. Be part of that community. Always a great pleasure. Kath, thanks for being with us here today.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Everybody, thanks for being here today. Looking forward to more good stuff tomorrow.
Have yourself a great night. Take a walk. It's fabulous outside. Don't forget to say your prayers. We'll see you tomorrow.
The Ride Home with John and Kathy, a production of Salem Media Group.
This is Ed Morrissey of HotAir.com for Town Hall. Russia's imperial ambitions have brought its armies to the frontier of Ukraine, and with them comes a dawning realization that the West miscalculated the meaning of the collapse of the Soviet Union. So did Russia. In our haste to extend NATO to the borders of Russia, the West made the fatal mistake of seeing the Soviet collapse as an end to history itself. We led Ukraine to believe we would defend its borders against Russia, when in reality, we had neither the resources nor the will to do so, and never did. Vladimir Putin has miscalculated too. If he invades Ukraine as expected, such a war and occupation will be costly in lives and treasure, neither of which Russia can spare. Even if they win the war, an extended occupation will grind down the Russians and potentially be as destabilizing to Moscow's power structure as Afghanistan turned out to be. The cost for all sides will be enormous. We pray Putin will realize that in time. I'm Ed Morrissey.